Alrighty. So thanks for joining me for yoga on the porch. We miss yoga on the beach. Hopefully we'll be back there soon. But for now, this will do. I hope everybody's well and safe. We're going to step to the front of the mat. Take a micro bend in the knees and activate your feet. Good. Move around a little bit over the bottoms of the feet, maybe moving from the ankles. Take some small circles over the feet. And bring your attention into your connection with the ground. Find your center and lengthen up through the crown of the head. Take an inhale to broaden the chest. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders down the back. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Good. Taking a few moments just to check in with our natural breath this morning. Watch your breath from beginning to end. Notice the quality of the inhale, the space between the inhale and the exhale. Notice the quality and strength of the exhale. And notice the space at the end of the exhale. Just observe the pace, the rhythm, and the quality of the breath. Let go of judgment, just observe, just be aware. Notice the characteristics of your body and your breath as you begin to breathe a little deeper. Invite the breath down, lower, deeper into the body, breathing into your ribs and your belly. Trying to lengthen and slow down the inhale and the exhale. Good, a couple more breaths like that. Really relax the belly. Allow the inhale to expand the belly and ribs completely. Pause at the end of the inhale and then consciously, mindfully exhale a smooth, long, connected exhale. Draw the navel in and up as you exhale to help you complete the exhale. When you think you can't exhale anymore, pull the bandha in and up and push a little more air out. Good. A few more breaths like that. Relax the shoulders at the end of the exhales. Good. Reach down into your left fingertips. Lengthen up through the crown of your head, and on your next exhale, take the head Down over the right shoulder, stretching the left side of your neck. Good. Gently reaching through all 5 fingertips on the left hand. Nod the head over the right shoulder, slowly tilting the weight of the head forward. And then bringing the weight of the head back behind the shoulder. Couple nice, smooth nods forward and back. Good. Then bring the ear over the shoulder again. And inhale. Lift the crown of the head up to center. Relax the left arm. Good. Reach into the right fingertips. All 5 fingertips reaching for the mat. Let the right shoulder sink. Inhale, lift the crown of the head. And exhale, take the left ear to the left shoulder. The head feel heavy over that left shoulder. Keep reaching into the fingertips. Gently, if your neck is tender. Good. Take that soft nod. Bring the weight of the head forward of the shoulder and then back behind the shoulder. Breathe. Good. Bring the head right over the shoulder. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up toward the sky. Good. Relax the right arm. Take the shoulders forward and up. Breathe in. And as you exhale, take the shoulders back and down. Take a few nice, big, slow shoulder rolls. Like that. Looking for connection with the chest, neck, and back muscles that help you to move your shoulders. One roll takes a full breath cycle, so they're nice, slow movements. Then reverse the shoulder circles. So you're going to inhale to bring the shoulders back and up. Exhale as the shoulders come forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale as the shoulders come forward and down. Keep circling those shoulders. Good. Take 1 or 2 more. Nice. Relax and open up the heart with an inhale. Turn the palms to face front. Reach down into all 10 fingertips. Let the shoulders drop away from your ears. Good. Take another micro bend in those knees. Now a little deeper. On the exhale, draw the navel in toward the body. Relax your low back. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up over the head. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Take a nice slow forward fold. Lead with your heart. And then lower the arms, lower your head. And hang out in forward fold for a few moments. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Relax your belly into your thighs here. Let tension out of your neck. Breathe into your back body, opening up the back ribs. And as you exhale, draw the navel into the spine slowly and softly, ending with a nice connection with Uddiyana Bandha or your abdominal lock, pulling the navel in and up under your rib cage, like you're hollowing your belly, flattening your belly. Relax the jaw, relax the forehead. Let those arms feel heavy. Let the shoulders soften and fall away from the back. Feel free to move here a little bit. You can turn your head side to side or nod. Loosen up the neck a little more. Good. Now sit the hips behind your heels. Relax the neck deeper. And on an inhale, start pressing into the feet to roll up the spine. Start by drawing the navel into the spine, and then one vertebrae at a time. Come up, keeping your weight centered over your feet for a nice stretch all the way up the spine. Last thing to come up is your head. Good. Inhale, reach into the fingertips. Exhale, let the shoulders sink. Good. Let the shoulders stay heavy. Sweep the arms out and up over the head. Good. Pull the thumbs back. Look up. Mild back bend. Let the hips move slightly forward over the balls of the feet. On your next inhale, lift your heart higher. Reach further out into the fingertips. Arms very active. Reach into all 10 fingertips. If it bothers your neck to reach straight over the head, take the hands out wide, palms facing forward. Let the heart open. Lift up out of the earth to take pressure off the low back. Good. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly soften the elbows, widen the hands out to the sides, and let the hands fan out and down all the way to your side. Lift the crown of the head up to the sky. Good. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, take a forward dive. Again, hinge from the hips, slow. Lead with the heart, and then lower the arms and lower the head. Relax the neck. Good. This time, let's do a little side-to-side movement. Straighten the right leg a little bit, or bend the left knee a little more, whatever feels good to you. Looking for a deeper stretch on the back of the right leg. Feel the weight in the soles of the feet. Make sure you've got even weight in the back and front side of the feet. Let tension out of the neck. Relax your shoulders. Let your arms feel heavy. Good. If you can't reach the floor, you can always put your hands on a block. Let's switch sides now. Straighten the left leg a little more than the right leg. Let the crown of the head sink as you exhale. Good. Then bend both knees again. Bend them deeply. Let your belly and ribs rest heavy against your thighs. Sit your hips behind your heels. Take a nice full inhale to your upper back. And as you exhale, press into the earth to roll up the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Draw the navel in to support your low back, or put your hands on your thighs if you need extra support. Last thing to come up is the head, so you can stretch through the neck. Good. Mountain pose. Again, root down into the earth, lift through the crown of the head. And inhaling, reach up. Good. Side bends now. Leaning to the right, open up the left side ribs. Let your hips kind of push out over the left foot and press down firmly into your left foot as you reach through your left fingertips. If you need support, you can always put the right hand on the hip for support. Let's take a little turn here. Pull the top elbow back, lift your heart, look up at the sky or the ceiling. Relax the shoulder and elbow back a bit. Keep breathing. Ease up if it's too hard. Find that place where you get a soft stretch through the ribs and the chest without straining. So you can breathe nice and smooth. Good. Untwist, bring your gaze back to the front. And then on an inhale, reach straight up. And exhale, relax the arms down by your sides. Good. Again, inhaling, reach up. Push down into the floor to send the fingertips skyward. And as you exhale, bend to your left. Root down into the right foot. Reach up into the right fingertips. If you need support, put one hand on the hip. Give the body a little bit of support. Good. Lift the heart. Pull the top elbow back. Gaze up if you can. Couple deep breaths here. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And feel the breath move into the right side ribs and the right side of your chest. When you're ready, untwist and lift all the way up to center. Relax the right arm, both arms. Good. Inhale, bring both arms over the head. Mild back bend at the top. Then exhale, forward fold. Slow and steady. Relax the neck. Good. Inhale up halfway. Plank pose. Or sorry, back extension pose. Lengthen the spine. No jumping back yet. Broaden the chest. If you can't reach the floor, lean on your shins. And now let's straighten the legs completely. Without locking your knees, straighten those legs and lean into your legs or the floor. Focusing now on the deep stretch in the back of the legs, especially the upper legs for now. Breathe in, lift your head, open your chest, look forward. Really feel the upper back working. Then exhale, fold forward, a little bend in the knees again. Relax the neck. Good. Now inhale, lift the head, sweep the arms out and up. Sit the hips back for counterbalance and then push into the earth to bring the hands all the way up to the sky. And exhale to find your center. Mountain pose. Take a breath. Breathing in, reach up. Exhaling, forward dive. Back extension. Again, lengthen the spine, straighten the legs. Lean heavy on the shins or the floor. If you've got a block, you can always put your hands on the block to bring the floor closer to you. Good. Let's take the shoulders a little further back now on this one. If you can, put your hands on your hips or press your hands into the tops of the thighs and press the thighs or the hips back away from you to help you broaden the chest and open up your heart. And feel a deeper stretch in the hamstrings or the back of the thighs. Breathe in. Bring the heart forward and then exhale, forward folding. Again, bend the knees, drop the head, relax your neck. Shake out the neck. And on the inhale again, sweep the arms out, lift the head, sit the hips back for counterbalance so your weight is centered over your feet. And push into the feet to reach the hands all the way up to the sky and then lower your arms to your side. Adding on to that, breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Nice slow movement, control it. Inhale, back extension, lengthen your spine. And then exhaling, keep the heart open, bend the knees deeply and bring your hands all the way down to the floor. Lift your right heel and slide the foot way back. Shimmy that back foot straight back and press into that back heel. Good. Exhaling, sink into the hips. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and stay here for a few breaths. You can modify. You could always lower the back knee down to the floor. Line your fingers up with your toes and keep a square under your left knee. Your front knee always should be at a square. Don't let the front knee pass your ankle, especially don't let your front knee pass your toes. Want to protect that knee and form some good habits with alignment. Shimmy that back foot back a little more. Let your hips sink a little deeper. Draw the back thigh up away from the floor if you're still in an active lunge. 2 more breaths. Lengthen crown to back heel. Find strength in your body. Let the shoulders soften away from the ears. And on your next exhale, slowly lower the back knee down to the mat. And inhale, lift the head and open your chest. You want to broaden the chest and take the shoulders gently back. If your back knee is tender, you can lift the knee and put a folded towel under there. Draw the inner thighs together or toward the midline. Think of a pane of glass going right through the center of the body, through the tip of the nose and the navel, separating the two sides of your body, left and right. Draw the right thigh toward that glass. Draw the left thigh toward that plane. Good. Sink a little deeper if you can. Lift the head a little higher if you can. And then exhaling, pull your weight back. Support yourself with the hands and pull the foot back to table pose. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, cat pose. Arch the back, tuck the tail, tuck the chin in. And then exhale, drop the belly, drop the heart. Lift the tail and the head. Good. One more time, cat and cow. Broaden the chest, let the shoulders relax away from your ears, straight elbows. Good. One more time, cat and cow. Straight elbows. Tuck your toes. Push back into the heels. Stretch out the backs of the feet, the soles of the feet, the toes. Slowly lower your head toward the earth. Relax the neck. Strong arms. Then slowly lift the knees. Lift your hips toward the sky and lower your heels toward the mat. Downward facing dog. Good. Active hands. You're going to spread the fingers wide and press into the mat as if you're palming a basketball. We're trying to reach your fingers really, really wide to grab or grip a ball. Sink into the heels, spreading your toes, activating the feet as well. And then let's inhale, heels up, balls of the feet still on the floor. Exhale, slowly heels down. Now look at your ankles and make sure they line up over your 3 middle toes the whole time you move the ankles. Good. Breathe in. Try to bring those ankles into alignment, creating strong ankles. If you have some old injuries, do the best you can. We want to try to train those legs and ankles to move with good alignment to protect your ankles and your feet and your knees. Last one. Sink the heels down. Broaden the shoulders. Relax your neck. Good. Turn the head side to side. Loosen up the neck. Try swinging the head back and forth. Good. Active hands and active feet. Push into the hands, push into the feet to lift the tailbone skyward. Maybe rise up onto the balls of the feet again. Let's take the tailbone as high as it can go, rising or floating up to the sky. Push into the soles of the feet, push into the palms of the hands. Breathe. Good. Then exhaling, bend the knees until your shins are parallel with the mat. Keep the shoulders and ears away. Good. Broaden the chest, look forward. Nicely done. Now take a step or a hop forward. And another step or walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, back extension. Lengthen that spine with straight legs. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the neck and the knees a little bit. And then inhale, drop the hips back a bit. Push into the feet. Reach up for the sky. Mild back bend at the top. End with mountain pose. Arms by your side. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Back extension. Bend the knees, plant the hands. Good. Lift your left heel, lunge back. Slide that foot back, let your hips sink. Good. Breathe. Broaden the shoulders. Draw the back thigh up away from the mat as you allow your hips to sink. Send the back heel straight back as you draw your front knee forward a little bit. Remember to line your fingers and toes up. Sink the hips a little more if you can. If you need to take a break, lower that back knee down to the earth for a moment. Squeeze the inner thighs to that midline. Activate those thighs. Don't let the hips go soft. Draw the navel into the spine and lengthen your back body. Think of the line from the crown of your head to your back heel and make that line a little longer. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. On your next exhale, we're going to lower that back knee down to the mat and lift the head. Open up through the heart. Draw the shoulders back a little further. Good. Offer the back knee support if you need it. Stretching deeper into those hips. Still keeping the hips active, inner thighs squeezing to midline. Draw your body weight forward, pulling a little bit by anchoring your front heel and drawing your weight forward. Good. Slowly come out of it. Push into the hands. Pull the front foot back into table. Good. This time, if you'd like that cat-cow, you can stay with cat-cow, or this time, take plank with me. Good. Lengthen, crown to heels. Lift the tops of the thighs away from the earth and draw your belly in. Good. Lower your hips toward the earth. Relax the legs on the mat. Lift the crown of the head up. Good. If it feels good, let your hips feel heavy. If it's a little uncomfortable in the low back, keep strength in the legs and keep the knees off the mat. Protect your low back. Your choice. Good. Broaden the chest. Nicely done. Then lower the knees to the mat, tuck the toes, and come back to down dog. Good. Relax the neck. Nice active hands. Strong straight arms. Shoulders are wide. Neck is relaxed. Good. Lower the knees to the mat. Untuck your toes and push back into your hips. Letting your hips feel heavy over the heels, and then rest your head on the ground. And if your head doesn't reach the ground comfortably, bring your hands in, rest your head on your hands. If you need a little bit more support, stack your fists, one on top of each other, keeping the hands nice and tight in the fist shape. Relax your shoulders. Relax the neck. Let the head feel heavy. Good. Take a nice big breath into your body and notice the constriction in the belly and chest. Let yourself sink into the thighs a little deeper. Feel heavy. Stay there as you inhale your next breath, but let the breath move into the back body. Open up the back ribs. Open up the upper back to the breath. And then as you exhale, let the head feel a little heavier. Let your body sink a little fuller. You can always come back here to child's pose to take a break. One more nice full breath. Recover your strength. And when you're ready, we're going to come back into down dog. Active hands, active feet. Lengthen from the hands to the hips. And then sink down into the heels with straight legs, or as straight as you can make them. Good. Bend the knees. Shins float down over the mat. Tummy pulls into the spine, then press your stomach into your thighs like you're loading up a spring. Look forward. Little strength in the legs. Then you're going to step or walk forward. You can take the hop if you're already ready. Back extension. Forward fold. And come all the way up as you inhale. Keeping your weight centered over your feet so you don't strain your back. Coming to your center. Relax your shoulders, arms by your side. Good. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. back extension. Good, lift your right heel, lunge back. Pivot on the ball of the foot to bring your heel in and down. And then walk your hands up the knee or sweep your hands over the head. Sinking into a nice warrior one lunge. Broaden the chest. Gently turn the hips to face forward, rooting into your back foot. Good, let's take those hands out wide. Elbows drop like cactus arms, but keep going slowly. Bring those elbows back and down, palms back and down, fanning out to the sides. Squeeze your back ribs with your arms, and then reach the fingertips for the back edge of your mat. Good. Now, lean forward. Lengthen from the crown of your head to your back heel. Root the outer edge of your back foot into the earth. Good. Draw the belly in. Support your spine. Strong front leg. Good. Breathe in and push into your front foot to straighten your front knee. Nicely done. Now, hands on the hips or supporting yourself on the front thigh. Fold forward over that front leg. And bring the head slowly down to the knee. Good. Inhale, lift the head, broaden the chest like back extension pose. Lengthen your spine. And then you're going to turn and look over your left shoulder, leaning on your right hand. If you've been doing this one for a while, you're going to challenge yourself by bringing the hand to the big toe. Otherwise, just keep the hand right there toward the right side of the mat, giving yourself a wide base for balance. Try to stay connected with the earth in the back foot. Broaden your chest. Turn and look up if you can. Maybe reach up through the top hand, pressing into the floor with the bottom hand to lift the top hand higher. Find a connection across the chest. Revolve triangle. Good. On the exhale, bring that hand down to the mat. Come to deep lunge, pivoting onto the ball of your back foot. Take a breath, press into the hands. Both hands can be on the inside of the foot if that's easier for you. And then you're going to pull the front foot back and go to table and cat-cow, or join me for the plank. Up dog. And down dog. So choose the flow that feels good to your body. Broaden the shoulders, relax your neck. Good. Now we're going to step the right foot forward. If you need to, you can lower your knees to the mat. Bring the right foot inside your right hand. Tuck your back toe. Lift the back knee off the ground. Deep lunge. Good. Now pivot on the back ball of the foot so the heel comes in and down. And inhale, root into that back heel to lift your head up. Maybe use the hands on the front thigh to help you if you need it. Warrior one. As you exhale, sink into the lunge. Deepen that stretch. Try to root into the outer edge of your back foot. Stay connected with the earth. Good. And then push into that back heel to lift your heart. And slowly start to take the hands out wide. Couple steady breaths. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Slowly let the arms drop. Palms reaching back, elbows reaching back. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Good. Lift the ears off the shoulders. Squeeze the arms to the back ribs. And then straighten the elbows. Reach the fingertips for the back heels. The back heel. Lean forward. Good. Suck the belly in. Breathe to the chest. Nice broad chest. Nice open heart. Good, root into the back heel. And then on an exhale, straighten the front knee and bring the hands to the hips or the thigh, or slowly reach for the floor as you forward fold, pyramid pose. Good, readjust if you need to. Make that front leg feel long. Push into the base of the big toe to pull the right hip back. Try to straighten your right knee. Relax the neck. Couple deep breaths here. Pyramid pose. You want to breathe into your back body and breathe out from the belly. Draw the navel in to help you bring your nose towards your leg. Then inhale and lengthen your spine, coming to a more flat back position like back extension pose. And then you're going to twist. So left hand's going to come to the mat and right hand's going to come to the hip. Send that right hip back. Try to stay connected in the back foot. Root into the earth to push the crown of your head forward. Try not to feel like you're rounding your back, but instead lengthen the spine. Send the crown of the head forward. Turn the head. Broaden the chest. Look over the shoulder if you can, or maybe just look to the right. Keep breathing. Strong legs. Strong arms. Push into the bottom hand to send the top shoulder or hand up and back. Broaden the chest. You can always rest that top hand on the hip if that's more accessible for you. And on an exhale, bring that hand down to the mat, come to deep lunge. Step back to plank. Good, lower to the knees if you need to do cat-cow, or join me for an up dog. Breathe, and then a down dog. Steady your breath. One more cat-cow if you're there. Or maybe rest in child's pose for a breath or two if you need it. And then bend the knees. Press the belly into the thighs, look forward, and step or walk to the front of the mat. Back extension. Forward fold. Good, mountain pose coming up, nice and slow and steady. Awesome, breathe in, reach up. And breathe out, forward fold. Good. Bend your knees deep and plant your hands on the floor. Press firmly into your arms to straighten the elbows. Broaden the chest. Good. Pressing into the floor, lift your right heel off the mat. Good, lower it down. Still pressing into the floor, straight elbows. Lift your other heel off the mat. Hold it up for a few breaths. Good. Last set, try to lift both heels off the mat. Bring the hands a little further forward if you're worried about your balance. Good. Lower the heels down and press into the hands to step back with both feet, or hop if you've got the hop. Good. Lower the knees to the mat for cat-cow, or one last time, join me for up dog. Breathe. And down dog. Good. Then lift your right leg up. Take the leg high. We're going to hold for a few breaths. Sink into your left heel. Now, if this is a little too much for you, you can always bring the leg down, lower both knees to the mat, and take the right leg straight back behind you and lengthen the leg. Good. Try to level the hips with the earth and extend through the heel of the top leg. Breathe in, reach out. And exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, up and back. Sink into your left heel. Then exhale, tuck and touch. You're trying to touch the elbow or kiss the knee. Let's do 2 more. And on the last one, you're going to take pigeon pose. So you're going to take the shin diagonal across the mat. Lengthen out through the back leg. Let that back foot slide back. Good. Walk your hands in to support yourself. Sit up straight. And then lower that back knee down and untuck that back toe. Good. Flex the front foot. Try to draw the toes in to protect that ankle from overstretching. Inhaling, lift up and center your weight between your thighs or between your hips. Good. Keep lifting up, crown of the head reaching for the sky. Push with your hands. See if you can lift the crown of the head a little higher. Take a few deep breaths. Push with both thighs against the earth to help you lift the crown of the head a little higher and feel light on your fingertips. Breathe. Balance if you can. One more breath in, lift a little higher, squeeze the thighs. Then exhale, relax the thighs, let the knees slide apart. Let your hips sink toward the earth. Good. Slowly walk your hands forward. Going deeper into the stretch on the hips. You might just feel the front hip, you might mostly feel the back hip, but try to keep your weight centered between the hips. And if needed, rock the hips side to side to massage out the tension a little bit. Good. If this is really hard on the ankle or the knee, try to provide a little support, maybe put a little extra cushion, or come out of it and take a break. Otherwise, you're going to try to go deeper, working your way to your elbows, relaxing the neck, maybe letting the head rest on the floor. Those of you who are more flexible, maybe extending the arms out in front of you, head on the floor. Maybe turning the gaze to the right, resting on the left ear. Two more breaths here. Breathe in deeply to the back. And breathe out slowly, like you're pushing air out through a small straw. Then when you're ready, you're going to work your way up nice and slow. Good. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee off the mat. Good. And then pull yourself out of it. Coming up and back to downward facing dog. Good. Jog out the knees. Feel the difference between the right and left hip. And then straighten both knees. Lengthen the spine, broaden the shoulders, relax your neck. Lift the left leg up. Good. Again, modify if you need to, lowering to one knee. You can come from here and just lengthen that leg straight back. 2 more breaths. If you're in down dog, sink into your right heel. Let the time here help you to really stretch out tight calf muscles and the Achilles tendon. And then start the tuck and touch from down dog. Slow and steady. Sweep the knee in and touch the elbow. Let's go for a few more. Look at the knee. Look away as you reach the leg out. Look in as you tuck the knee in. Good. Exhale as the knee sweeps in. One last time. And take it up and back, and then sweep it forward and find your way to your pigeon pose. Lengthen the back leg out behind you. Flex your front foot to protect the ankle. Inhaling, walk the hands in, lift yourself up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, and then press with your thighs to help you come up a little higher and feel light on your hands. Reach into the back toe. Exhale. Inhale. Bring the crown of the head a little higher, squeeze those thighs together. And then exhaling, let the knees slide apart. Let the hips sink down. Weight balance between the hips. Slowly start working your way forward. Good. If you need to, take a break. Relax the shoulders and neck as you move your body weight forward. Rock the hips side to side. If you need a little massage, kind of take the pressure off. Or for those of you who are limber, find your tight spots. Hang out there, work into that deeper resistance. If you can, maybe lower your head to your hands. Hello, June. Okay. Maybe adding that slight twist, turning the head, resting on the right ear. Those of you who are very limber, you're going to extend one or both arms forward over your head, resting your head on the ground. Nice full breaths in through the nose, long, slow exhales, maybe even out through the lips, like you're breathing out through a small straw though. You want to control the release of the breath, and as you exhale, let your body sink. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Rock if you need it. Good. When you're ready, you're going to come out of it slowly. This time we're going to tuck that back toe and push with the hands to lift up and step back to down dog. Again, jogging out the knees, feeling out the hips. Good. Press into the left hand. Press back into the left hip, sink into the left heel with a straight leg. And then do the other side. Press into the right palm to send the right hip back, sink down into the right heel with a straight leg. Good. Press into both heels, melt your heart toward the earth, relax your neck. And then slowly lower both knees to the ground at exactly the same time. Good. Sit the hips to the sides of the feet and sweep your feet around to the front of the mat. Awesome. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthen your spine. Support yourself with the hands if you need it to straighten your back and broaden your chest. Now, if you feel like you're really reclining or rounding your back and you're having a hard time sitting up straight and opening the chest, give yourself a little advantage, a little assistance by raising the hips a few inches off the ground. This is a great way to bring the body into proper alignment so you feel the stretch better and so that you can enjoy the stretch a little bit and work into a nice, comfortable, smooth breath. If you can't breathe or the quality of your breath is poor, the results of the stretch or the pose will always be less effective. We're going to hug the right knee into the chest. Sitting up nice and tall, broaden the chest, relax the shoulders down the back. And then if you can, squeeze the inner thigh to the foot and the foot to the other inner thigh, and maybe cross the ankle to the outside of the knee. Good. If you don't have that range of motion, keep the foot on the inside of the knee. Want the foot connected to the floor, like you're making a full footprint with that right foot on the ground. Got a few mosquitoes in here this morning. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and relax the shoulders down the back. Good. Then take your left arm up over your head. Reach up high and push down into your left hip. So you're kind of doing a little side bend. Good. Then reach the left hand forward like you want to grab your left big toe. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. Reach a little further. Turn and look to the right. And then wrap your elbow around your knee so you're hooking the knee in the elbow crease. And turn and look right over your shoulders, sitting up nice and tall. Good. The right arm can reach back. Relax the shoulder down. And rest the fingertips on the floor, or lean on the hand for support if you need it. Good. Gently draw the navel into the twist by hollowing your belly on the exhale to help you turn your waist. So the stretch isn't just about the neck and the shoulders. It's about that lower spine. Good. Broaden the chest, relax the shoulders. Same breath as pigeon. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out slow and steady, like you're breathing out through a small straw, letting your body settle with gravity while keeping the spine long and strong, keeping the bind nice and tight, encouraging your body to release that tension. Good. On an inhale, lift through the crown of the head and untwist. Bring both hands to the outside of the left side of your mat, so off the mat onto the floor. And you're going to roll slowly onto the outside of your left hip with straight elbows. Just lean into that side stretch. Reach into the toes. Good. Coming out of it. Other side. Good. Sitting on that folded blanket if you need it. Hug your left knee into the chest, sitting up nice and straight. Try to avoid reclining or leaning back. Try to avoid rounding your back. If you feel like you're doing this, then use those folded towels, folks. Raise the sit bones or the hips a few inches off the ground. Makes it so much easier. All right, squeezing inner thighs to midline again, like we talked about in lunges. Ankle pushing against inner thigh pushing against ankle. And then cross the ankle over the knee. Connect the foot to the floor. The whole sole of the foot needs to rest or press into the floor, or you're going to keep the foot back on the inside of the thigh and keep squeezing it in the whole time. Good. If you're here, ground down. Holding on to that knee to help you sit up straight, we're going to take the right arm up toward the sky this time. Take a few deep breaths. Ground your right hip and reach up into the right hand. Find length through your right side, and then reach the hand forward like you want to grab your big toe. Then wrap, hooking the knee into the crease of the elbow. Turn into that gentle twist. Be easy with your spine. Rest the back hand down on the ground. Good. Or you can hold on to this arm to help you if you need that support. But you want to relax the shoulders and lengthen the spine. Think of lifting tall through the crown of the head, gently turning to look to your left. No strain in the neck, no strain in the back. Good. Exhale from the belly. Draw the navel in and up under the ribs to help you deepen the twist in your lower spine. You want to turn from the navel up, not just in the ribs and shoulders. 2 more breaths here. Broaden the chest and relax the shoulders away from your ears. And then as you inhale, Lift up through the crown of the head and untwist while lengthening the spine. Bring your hands off the mat on the right side behind your hips. Straight elbows, roll all the way onto the right hip, and take that side stretch down close to the right hip. Good, untwist. All right. Coming down onto the back now. Getting comfortable on the back. Remove any obstruction from your head resting comfortably on the ground. Let the neck lengthen out. Place your feet on the floor with the knees bent, about hip distance apart. Place the hands by the sides, fingertips reaching for the heels. Broaden the chest and tuck your shoulder blades in underneath your back. Good. Broaden the shoulders against the mat and press into the earth through the backs of your shoulders till you feel your heart lift slightly. Press into the feet to lift your tailbone, letting your low back sink down toward the mat, letting your belly feel a little bit hollow. Keep pressing into the feet to lift the tailbone higher. Keep going, and then draw the knees forward and start lift the hips up. Pressing the hips skyward, relax your neck, let all of the weight rest across the shoulders. Still reaching your fingers for your heels. Good. Push firmly into the feet to lift the hips high. Relax your glutes. Relax your neck. If you can, interlace your fingers behind your back and press firmly into the backs of the arms to take the heart a little higher. Maybe readjust the shoulders. Keep pressing with the feet to lift the hips higher. Listen to your low back here, though. If it starts to bother the low back, stay where you are. Focus on rounding your shoulders, lengthening the back of the neck, and opening the chest. Nice full breaths to the chest and the belly. Good. One more breath here. And on the exhale, remove the arms and lower down one vertebrae at a time, lifting your heels up when you get through the middle back, so you can move slowly down through the arch of the low back. Let the hips feel heavy. Nicely done. All right. For this next part, we're going to do an inversion. We're going to do shoulder stand. So grab that folded towel again. Come back up into a soft bridge and pull that towel, or you could use a yoga block, under your hips. And then you're going to press into the palms, take the legs up into the air. Now, if you're not working any particular inversions and you're not used to taking the hips and legs over the heart, maybe just stay here, relaxing your low back, drawing the feet in toward the head, breathing out from the belly to bring the feet in toward the head. If you've been working on this for a while or you know shoulder stand, you can join me. Stay here and watch first if you don't know shoulder stand. As you inhale, feet sweep away. As you exhale, toes come in closer to the head. As you press your hands into the mat to bring the feet in closer to the head, you should start to be able to lift your hips slowly off the cushion, controlling the release, coming back down with control. Work on that for a while. Relax the neck. And as you build strength, eventually you'll be able to control it. Get flexible enough to lift the hips up high and support your hips in your hands. Use your feet for counterbalance, letting the feet drop over the head a little bit as the hips rest in the hands, so there's not too much pressure on the elbows. This is half shoulder stand. Relax the neck. Broaden the shoulders and ground down into the shoulders to lift your hips up. As you get strength and flexibility from here, you can lift the hips higher, lift the heels toward the sky, and walk your hands up your back ribs. Working toward about 20 breaths here. No pressure in the back of the head or the neck. All the weight rests across the shoulders and in the elbows. You don't have to go here. You could stay with the hips in the hands, or you could stay with the hips on the towel or the yoga block. To come down, lower the feet to control the release of the hips with some counterbalance. When you're ready, coming all the way out of it. And lower both legs now, one at a time, stretching the front of the hips. Inhale, reach the hands over the head, point the toes. Good. If that bothers the low back, keep one foot on the floor with one knee bent for a little low back support. And switch sides. Good. Bring both feet to the floor. Gently lift the hips up. Bring the hands down to your sides and pull that blanket out of the way, that towel. Everybody hug the knees and massage the back. You can rock side to side or do spinal rolls, rolling forward and back. It's really important to have good cushion under your back for spinal rolls. So if you're on a thin mat on a hard surface like a tile floor or cement, make sure that you take a moment to put a folded towel or blanket under your back before you start to do the spinal rolls. Inhale as you rock back to the shoulders. Exhale as you come forward to the hips. Try to catch some hang time on the sit bones without touching your toes down. 2 more. You can always just rock side to side, relaxing the neck and shoulders on the floor. And then come all the way down to the back. Relax the shoulders back. Relax your neck. Good. Lengthen out now on the mat, finishing up with a short Savasana. If you have low back discomfort when you stretch out your legs straight, put a roll, like a rolled up towel or blanket, under your knees. Take your legs wide, swish your feet in and out a few times, and then let the hips and legs relax. Take the arms wide and turn the palms to face down and up a few times. Readjust your shoulders if you need to. Readjust your arms if you need to, and get comfortable in the upper back. Lengthen through the crown of the head, gently press into the back of the head, and then soften the neck. Let the jaw release. Relax your forehead. And close your eyes. Maybe take a small hand towel, or if you have one of my warm eye pillows. You could always pause and go grab that, and then hit play. And join me for a guided relaxation here. But blocking light on the eyes. If you've got a piece of clothing nearby, a t-shirt or something, just drape it over the eyes. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders and arms. Let your breath start to move deep again into the belly. Relax the middle back, the upper back, the jaw. Then take another deep breath to the belly. As you exhale, relax the hips, the thighs, the knees, the lower legs, the ankles, and the feet. Soften the low back. Release your waist. On your next exhale, let your sides go. On the next couple exhales, let go of any remaining tightness or tension you feel in the body. Just let it go with the breath. Good. Then take a nice deep breath into the belly. Keep inhaling to fill the ribs. Keep inhaling to fill the chest. Hold the breath in. Relax into the earth. Then exhale naturally. Do that again. Inhale to the belly. Fill the belly completely. Inhale to the ribs. Fill the ribs completely. Keep inhaling to fill the chest. Broaden the chest. Take in as much as you can. Pause and hold the breath as long as you can without discomfort. Relax into the earth, then exhale slowly. Let the breath out, letting go of any other tension. One last time, a nice full, bright breath. Drawing the energy from that breath all the way to the tips of the toes and the fingers, to the crown of the head. Let the outer corners of your eyes and lips turn up together into the soft sensation of a smile. Take another breath or two to deepen your connection to that sensation of a smile. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Good. Swish your feet in and out, and then bring the feet to the floor one at a time, bending your knees. Wiggle the fingers and circle the wrists. Hey, stop. That's enough. June. And then hug the knees into the chest. Good. You can stay here for a moment or roll to the side lying fetal pose, or perhaps even return to child's pose. Settle for a moment and just sit with yourself. Feel your breath and your body. And then for a moment, recall how your breath and your body felt at the beginning of your practice. And make a mental note of any benefits or changes in the body that you're aware of after that nice, strong, slow yoga practice. If you find the right kind of yoga for your body, you're going to feel really great from the beginning to the end of the practice. If you ever finish a yoga practice and feel like you don't feel that great, or something's really bugging you, or you feel exhausted, then one of two things is going on. Either you are holding your breath or not breathing well, and you need to work on breath work. Or it might be the wrong kind of yoga for your body. You might want to look for something else. Maybe something a little gentler or something a little shorter, maybe a 20-minute practice. So just make a mental note. And then slowly we're going to find our way up to a comfortable seat. Any comfortable seated yoga pose that feels good to your body. Maybe raise the sit bones a couple inches to make the seated pose more comfortable if seated on the ground isn't very comfortable for you. Let your hips feel heavy and wide on the ground. And take a nice big inhale to lift and open your heart. And as you exhale, relax your arms by your sides, shoulders soft. Then inhaling again, reach out enough like we did when we began, bringing your palms together, and slowly exhale the hands down to your heart, pressing your thumbs gently against your chest. Gaze down at the thumbs. Soften. Namaste. Take a moment to bow in honor of this time you've taken to take good care of you today. And I honor you, and I thank you for joining me for yoga today. Yoga on the Porch, Saturdays at 8 a.m. Hope to see you back.